Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone. As you can see today, the top of our mountain is once again shrouded in cloud. It's up in the clouds. It's another cloudy day. It's unusual, but we do get days like this. It doesn't stop us cracking on though. I think today, as well as cracking on of course, we're going to have a little look about costs of a renovation, how to save yourselves a lot of money by doing a lot of it yourself, by reclaiming stuff, repurposing stuff. In this room, for example, we do everything ourselves here, absolutely everything. Even we've looked at costs of things, and for example, repointing, rebuilding, raking out, sorting out these stone walls, you're looking at about €250 a square metre, from taking off the old plaster, cleaning them all up, repointing and whatever. And to do these walls, you're talking thousands of euros. Cost us probably about 20 quid worth of sand and lime to do it. The lime wash on the walls and the white wash, which is all around us, you can buy it ready mixed in sort of 5 litre pots. The camera's shaking because Katz is rubbing himself against it. I don't know what roughly 30-40 euros for a 5 litre tin. We make it ourselves, 50 litres of it at a time for about 15 euros. It's just the same as what you can buy. You can make it all yourself. All the cabinets and everything, most of it's made from reclaimed wood. All the tops are reclaimed marble. Again, it's a lot of work and more effort, to prepare the wood and to be able to use it. This cabinet over here was made from an old gazebo that was donated to us. We stripped it all down, cleaned it up, took the best bits. I'll show you that in a minute. And of course the floor, we've got a solid marble floor that we're currently working on at the moment. And we actually priced up the cost to buy this marble new, and again it's several thousand euros. So by looking around, repurposing, reusing stuff, you can literally save yourself thousands. I know this isn't to everyone's taste, the wood and the stone and exposed stone and stuff, but we love it. It's exactly what we wanted. Cassie's there again on camera. And we're so happy with the result. And it's cost us buttons basically. This is the cabinet that we built out of the gazebo. It's got a marble top on it. Obviously we had to buy the wood for the doors. That cabinet was built over there. That was all from repurposed, recycled wood. So if you like us, we haven't got a lot of money, but it doesn't mean you can't do an expensive, high-end renovation. So there we go. Yep, everything. Even the shelf was made from reclaimed stuff. We made the brackets ourselves out of bits of scrap metal. So it goes on. So those of you who've been watching, mind your head, mind your glasses. You'll know we're doing the marble floor down in the kitchen, and we've been struggling enormously to make sure we've got enough tiles to do the area that we want to do. We had various ideas as a plan B, but we had a successful trip to Chris and Lillian's yesterday afternoon, and we've got all these, which are almost full tiles. We need to do a lot of cuts at the edge of the floor, so they'll do for that. And we also found 3 more full tiles, which is doesn't sound like a lot, but it's an enormous amount for us, because now we do think we can do exactly what we want to do as perfectly as we want to do, assuming they've not broken on the way back. We also got this, which is a polished granite slab, which we're going to use as a cutting board or a pastry rolling board or something like that. Absolutely beautiful thing. Like the tiles, it's filthy, but we're going to clean it up. So I'm going to take these out and have a look what we've got. This is what they look like when we pick them up, generally. Even these little pieces are precious because that'll do for a small cut as long as it's a full width tile. So I'm going to try to sort these into different sizes and then find the 3 full ones. So these are the 3 full ones. They made it back in one piece. We've got these which are almost full ones with just a corner or so broken off them. Same with these at the back. These at the front here are complete tiles that have broken along the quartz line, which we know we can repair and stick back together. And then these are just smaller full width pieces. So yeah, what do we do next? So these are the tiles we've got that are ready to go down. Up there, pick them up. We've restored them, cleaned them. We've not done them to a gloss because they can be very slippy when they're wet. So leaving a matte sort of rougher finish on them, even though it's super smooth, should offer them a little bit more grip. These have all been sealed. These are ready to go on the floor. I've got another 8 down there that are cleaned and ready, but they just need sealing. So I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to move these out of the way, stack them somewhere ready to go, and then get the last 8 sealed, move them, stack them with these ready to go, and then we can look at working on the next ones. It gives us the space required. So with those safely out of the way, I can now get these on here, get them sealed, and get them ready. Being ever so careful. They break so easily, as we've seen. Getting better at handling them though. There we go. As always, when they've been sanded, even though we've washed them off, it still leaves a residue on them. So we're just going to buff that off first, make them nice and clean again. I'll buff them with this and then keep shaking it, and then give them a wipe down with a clean cloth to make sure there's no dust or anything on them. So I'll get that done. Righto, let's give them another coat. Let's give these a coat. Oh, be quick. This sealer is wonderful stuff. Once it's had 2 coats, whatever goes on them, it just bounces off. Even if you get it like cement or lime or anything on them, it literally just wipes off and doesn't penetrate into the tile. Which is great. Dead easy to apply as well. Just whack it on. By the time I've done 8, you just give them a quick buff off and then leave them another 20 minutes or so and they can have a second coat then. Dead easy. It's water based, it just washes out of your brushes easily too. So we get it in the holes. That's the first coat done. It soaks in quite well. We just give it a rub over to get rid of the excess with a microfiber cloth. Once it's soaked in, leave that now for 20 minutes or so and come back and give it a second coat. Righto, so Shannon's just vacuuming out the cave and the entrance to the cave, which is where we're going next. But back to the tiles, what we want to do ideally is from the cooker, as you can see that's the edge of them there, bring them up to this. There used to be originally there was a stone walkway through here, messy stone, not all stone, broken, and we had to rip it up, it was that bad. And there used to be a little wall here. We reckon they used to herd the animals from the corral into the courtyard, but obviously we don't need that, and it was a bit rubbish anyway. So what we want to do though is bring the marble up to the edge of this corner of this unit here, there, in a nice straight line across. It should be parallel to this wall, because it started off parallel to that wall over there, or somewhere near it. And we should have enough tiles to do that now. And then we're going to put big stones back down here, nice ones this time, and meet them up to sort of define the areas. Plus that's the limit of our marble as well. And also while I'm here and while I'm remembering, we had a lot of comments about the kitchen. We say a kitchen, where you're not putting a sink in there, you're not putting a fridge in there. Technically it's not a kitchen, it's a cooking area, one of three. Of course we've got the barbecue area outside with the pizza oven and the big smoker and everything. We're going to have, in the main house, we're going to have a wood burning range in there. All areas we can use to cook at different times of the year. In the corral, which is just there, literally just there, we've got a fridge, big double farmhouse sink and everything. So I know we call it a kitchen, it's the old kitchen because it's got the bread oven at the back, but it's just going to be our cooking area, one which we can use at different times of the year because we have extremely hot summers and the winters can be quite cold, and everywhere in between can be anything in between. So I just thought I'd mention that. Right, okay, so the cave. Before we box ourselves into a corner and have to drag stuff over our lovely new marble floor, we're going to get this, sort out this entrance to this cave. Not a massive amount to do, but we're going to just put some stones down the side here, make this front good. There's a big mess here that all needs filling in for the cupboard. There's a socket in there for the oven that needs to go on the wall as well, screwed inside there. And we're going to, I think the last tile is going to come to here, and we're going to kind of blend the stones in. Whether we put a bit of tile in there, we don't know yet, but we'll sort this out first, then do the tile, and then perhaps do this little bit. And inside the cave, we've been wondering for months, we've had loads of suggestions. It's just a feature, it's not very practical to use for anything. But in the workshop we've got one of the original old barrels from the bodega, the only one that we've got unfortunately. There were a lot, but the rings are still in there, the metal rings, iron rings from whatever they're made of, but all the bits of the barrels were just smashed up. And in an old trough that was in there years ago, we sort of had a look about seeing if we could do anything with them and rebuild them, but there was no chance. Not in a month or Sundays we wouldn't be able to figure them out anyway. So what we're going to do though is one barrel we've got left, we're going to clean it up and just stick it in there just as a feature, and I'm sure as we go through the rest of the house we'll find other things, make it a bit of a museum, shall we say.
So this is the barrel in question. It's very, very dirty, but it is actually in perfect condition, just needs a good scrub. So the idea is to get it outside, give it a good jet wash first of all. The rings need to be sanded and painted black. We can oil this all up and I think it should look absolutely fantastic in that cave. So that's my next project.
Right, okay, it's never going to be easy. What I've done, I've put me level with the last tile where it's going to be there. It's dead level. I've got some rough cut marble, you can see it's sparkling, which should work quite well I think to make the transition between the marble tiles and the stonework that's going to be around here. I kind of want a bit of a slope without a step. It's pretty awkward to do, but what I've done, I've selected some stones that are going to give me a good final finish. I'm going to get those in first. I'm going to bed them down on lime, sand and lime mortar, because this is sort of getting underground again, it likes to breathe, that'll be good. And yeah, just take it a bit at a time really, but I know what I want. I want this one to go in there, that one in there. I've got another piece here that will possibly go in there. I've just got to think about the level of my tile, which is going to be the same level as this. We don't want any steps or toe stubbing things or anything like that. So I'm going to get a mix on and make a little start. Right, okay, it's really not an easy space to work in. The limecrete slab that we poured, I've just pointed that up to match the stones. I think we're going to leave that as limecrete. I've got the edging stones in here. These two pieces are marble and a couple of stones in there to start to consolidate that mess there. I'm just going to have to do it a bit at a time and let it go off. And so we'll see what that looks like in a bit. And surely this cannot be comfortable, although it appears to be. Bless her. So while this is drying, I'm just going to work out some more bits to go in the gaps. It might be a bit thick, or might be able to split that. Sometimes you can. Let's see what else we've got. I'd like to use that because it's marble to do the blend. I need something a bit bigger down here. Oh, I've got a pile of stones, all sorts of things. I think he will transit quite nicely into there. Keep turning them round, they fit eventually. He says, might have to chip a few bits off it. Actually, I think that might do. I'll just get them lined up, get them ready, so when I do my next mix I can just pop them straight in. We'll point all these bits up when it's done at the end, I think. Super, so I shall get this sorted out, find some stones. So this is the stuff I'm trying to do the transition from our marble to stone. It's a little bit thick because where I've put those, obviously I want them to line up exactly with the marble tile. So I'm going to see if I can split. You see the band on there? I'm going to see if I can split that off. I'm not holding my breath, but we've got to try. I've got a little fine chisel and a big hammer. There's a bit of it. It might go this actually with a bit of judicious tapping. Yeah, let me see it. It's going slowly. I was hoping it would go in one piece, but it's obviously not. Try it this way. Usually you think you're doing so well and you get to the last bit and it all goes wrong. Let's try it down here then. Oh, there we go. Right, I'll keep working at it. Right, I think I'll just get that. This is a piece of the actual tile, a broken piece, but that looks pretty good. I think we'll get that nicely. Good enough anyway. So that's another piece ready. Got that one, got one to go in there. I just need a couple of bits to go in here now, and then we can get another mix on.
Well, as
Yes.
Andy was saying, we're doing this restoration project on a budget, a very tight budget, and we're just back from our very good friend Gil. Thank you, Gil, if you're watching, who's donated to us a bathroom suite.
Yes, when they know you're poor, put the word out, and yeah, it's a rocker suite as well.
Yeah.
For our ensuite that we're going to be putting in the future in our bedroom. So we've just picked it up. It's all full in the back of the messy car. We're going to get it out, clean it up, or Sharon is, because I'm going to be
yes, it needs
back
a good
on the
clean.
floor in there, and see what we've got.
Yeah.
There we go, see what we've got here then.
So we've taken all the bits off to make it a bit easier to clean. Tilly's chasing Tabby over there. Alfie's here supervising as always. I'll get on and get it cleaned. Oh, got a bad knee.
So while Sharon's doing that, I've got another mix on. I'm going to see if I can get the rest of these stuck in place. Do a bit more of my step. Okay. Right, so I've got this front part of the step done, mainly pointed in. There's spare, get them out of the way. And I've got down this side, I've got the main bulk of that in there. So, I think it's looking alright. Just getting the three-dimensional blendings to fit into working together. But I think I'm getting there. We'll see how Sharon's getting on with the bathroom suite. Well, this looks looking all pretty white and shiny.
Yes, we've just got 2 pedestals left to do. Everything else is looking really good. The only thing I've noticed is a little mark on the seat there, and that's because one of the pads, the rubber pads, had come off the lid there, so it's obviously been catching. So we could either see if we can get a new seat, but it is quite a unique shape, or perhaps just touch it up with a little bit of white enamel paint. We need to get some for our farmhouse sink in the corral anyway, because we patched that up and then never painted it, so it won't go to waste. But yeah, so just got the pedestals left to do, and we're about there. We can take it into the bathroom.
And the bathroom in question is going to be our ensuite bathroom, which is behind this temporary makeshift door. I can get it out. Crikey, I think we've shown you in here before at some point in the past. Stay there, door. There we go. I'll take you in. I'm ducked down here so you can see me. So quite a while ago, this was incredibly damp, again because it had, look at it, gypsum plaster on the walls. We knocked off much of what we could. It's drying out now, it's still very, very crumbled. There's still a lot more to come off. We've got our bath here, over there. The waste is already in, the water's already in. The cold water comes in here, the hot water just coming feeding from the tank over there. Power's all in there and everything. So it is going to be in the future, so I think we're just going to stick the stuff in here for now. It's out of the way, no harm's going to come to it. Of course we'll have to move it out when we come to do the room, but it's out of the way for now. Next. Always, Alfie's inspecting.
Go on.
Put the door back for now. Keeps the cats out, keeps everything else out. It'll go back. There we go. Oops. Can't remember how it went in. That seems pretty good. Cool. So I'm nearly there. Hello, Supervisor Alf. You come to help. Come on. I'm chipping away. What I'm doing, I've got a few stones I need to just shape and make. So I'm trying to split up and chop up some sandstone to fit where I need them. Gently does it. Nice. Right, see if I can just take a bit off it. Get in there. I'll keep going. So I've cut a piece to go in there. I've got two pieces to go in there. I've got this piece that's going to go in there, and this one that's going to go in there, just to bring that back round. And so I think we're ready to go. Time for another mix. Right, okay, so I've got all this side done, finished, pointed up. Got all the stones in. I've run out of mix. I've got a little bit of pointing in to do around these. I'm not doing another mix for that little tiny bit. We can wait till we get the next one on. But pretty much the step is done. So that's happy days. This will all brush off when it dries, he says.
Well, we've got our bathroom suite, even though we're not ready for it yet.
Fantastic.
But you have to grab these bargains when they're available.
Indeed, you do.
Steps done, looking good.
Steps done,
Yeah.
yep. I'm going to carry on with that floor now. Getting all the cuts up that side. We're going to work outwards from that corner, logically, so we're not boxing ourselves in.
Yeah.
Couldn't do the step before because I didn't know how the tiles were going to lie. So, but that's done, yes. And it's pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Good day, I think.
So, yep, that's us. Another one. Yes, successful video. I think the time we've achieved a lot and we've gained some stuff. So thank you so much for watching, as always. Thank you so much for all our Patreons. You're all fantastic. Everyone that sponsors a coffee. Everyone, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you later.